But during this time of just listening, of renting movies that made me laugh and watching shows that made me laugh and that had music, good music, and having good conversations with people, making up little rhyming songs, singing songs to my unborn child. I played tapping games with my unborn baby as soon as I could feel the movement inside of my womb. I started playing a tapping game, and I would tap a couple times. I read this in a book that, I read a lot of books too. And not just the What to Expect When You're Expecting book, but I read a lot of books. And anyway, I played this tapping game. I'd tap like 2 times and then wait for my baby to tap back. And basically, he was able to match how many times I tapped. He could tap the same rhythm, and he tried to match the number of times that I tapped. I was so shocked by that, and that was later in the pregnancy, maybe like somewhere between the 7th and 9th month. But I could not believe how intelligent. I thought, I can't believe it. I mean, I tried it, not really expecting anything, but just thinking, well, it might be stimulating just to hear that for some reason, like a repetitive, comforting, rhythmic beat. But what I just could not believe is that this unborn baby was able to process that information and tap back, like try to communicate with me in a nonverbal way. That absolutely was probably the thing that blew my mind the most. I thought, I cannot believe that a little human being is this smart. And so that was very eye-opening for me. I did contact, I believe, the police at that time, a couple of times, not to get too stressed out, but asking for FOIA still. And I went to the Wenatchee FBI offices when I was 6 months pregnant, and I was huge, but I remember what I wore. I was wearing a hot pink crew neck sweater, cotton sweater, and either jeans or khaki pants. I think they were my maternity jeans. I remember what I wore. I remember how I felt that day. I remember it was sunny. And I talked to Wes about, I talked to his secretary first on a different day about how to get FOIA because I was having such a hard time getting this information from Portland, Oregon. This is really bothering me that the camera keeps fuzzing, fading in and out, and getting blurry because there's no excuse for it, and it just makes me feel like everything that I do is monitored. And that sounds crazy, but there's absolutely no reason for this camera to be doing that. And it does it when it's not even hard, it's not dim at all either. I think I've shown you the time when I would try to document where I had scarring on my neck and on my ear, and that was happening. I've had material deleted from this camera before I can even have a chance to upload it onto my computer. I've had a lot of weird things happen with this. So anyway, that's a tangent. But I talked to this woman at the FBI offices in Wenatchee first about getting FOIA. Then I met Wes, and that was the day I wore the pink sweater. And I also asked him the same thing, and then I tried to report Judge Gerald Warren for what he'd done. And he said, well,